Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here basically we are discussing one of the topic that is city creation. In city creation, basically we are discussing now one of the topic that is very dangerous topic that is nuclear attack. So one of the person told that each and every country basically are enemy of each and every country. Even basically the nearby country also. Asian countries are enemy of European country. European countries are enemy of American country. Americans are enemy of South Africa. So one of the person told them why it's like that basically. One of the person basically literally asked the question. So one of the person told that the reason behind this is on the base of one country, the whole world is created. And this is actually one of the biggest nuclear bomb which is created by universe group. They have created even basically the world creator who created the world, and basically he also basically might not able to track that basically. This is actually nuclear bomb basically for the universe group basically. Now basically about one nuclear bomb basically, or basically related to nuclear weapons. So one of the person told that what is actually nuclear weapons basically. So one of the person told the nuclear weapon means what actually. For that basically you have to study the cities creation. Assume that basically in this world there are 5 lakh cities. There are 5 lakh cities. And one person told that every basically 2-3 months one city basically gets end. Reason behind is the chain basically which is getting and which is getting generated, because the creator also basically told that basically the chain basically is getting created basically. So due to that every few months basically one city gets end basically. Reason, chain is getting connected. That is the nuclear bomb basically you can say of the environment basically. One of the person told that the satellite group basically might have marked that country basically, what is that one country basically. If that country basically gets end, assume that basically one of the universe person told that basically we want to end the world basically. So what he is going to do? He is not going to end the entire world entire country one by one basically. He will end India, he will end Pakistan, he will end China, he will end Japan, he will end Korea, he will end South Africa, he will end South Singapore, he will end Dubai, he will end this, that basically, he will end Zimbabwe, he will end South Africa, he will end this, that basically, he will end UAE, he will end Poland. He is not going to do like that basically. He is just going to end one country basically, and that country will be. So one of the person told that yeah, how basically he might be how basically this chain might be connecting basically, because why doing the one city one country end basically, how world will end basically. That is logical question na basically. That is logical question basically. One of the person told that is a logical question yeah basically. मतलब by ending basically one country, how basically world can end basically. And one of the person told that that country mostly is India basically, and few people basically tells that that country might be China also basically, because these all are the old countries in the world. So one of the person told that how basically uh, one India country basically will end and the whole world will end basically. How that is possible? How the mapping basically might have done basically. That is actually very, because this connects to. I will tell one example. One of the person told that one of the NASA group basically and ISRO group basically. Here they are basically in Bangalore city basically. Currently having some water crisis basically, but they are not having the water crisis basically. ISRO group basically not having the water crisis. The public basically, the normal public basically who don't have money, they are facing the water crisis basically. That Bangalore city basically. One of the ISRO and NASA group told that basically this is connecting to the nuclear attack basically. This is connecting to the nuclear. He told that basically how that is possible here, basically why ending one country, how basically the whole world basically can end basically. That is a logical question, basically. How it is possible basically. Is it possible? Practically it is possible basically. One of the person told that practically how it is possible. That also within 1 second basically. Because if universe group basically ends anything, they basically ends just within few seconds basically. That's why basically one of the person told the earthquake system is also created so that the entire creation doesn't end basically. So one of the person told that India basically is the country basically which ends, world ends basically. So he told that the energy of the human body na basically, the universe group has created that type of what to say basically the name, that type of utilities basically you can say in the English language basically. Utilities means you can understand basically. For example, this is the mobile, and in this mobile basically Facebook is one utility, or basically you can say in the Facebook, from Facebook basically you can chat. WhatsApp is one utility basically you can say for the mobile, any mobile basically, any Android mobile. So that is utility basically, because utility means you can use the particular thing to do the certain level of task. So here basically the WhatsApp is the messenger basically task. From WhatsApp basically you can do the message to anyone, you can communicate with them. So that also basically free basically. They are telling that it's a free basically, but they are using the information basically. They are using the information, they are using the info, otherwise basically who will give free basically, that is also question. So that is basically utility example. So they have the utility which will end the entire 900, sorry, I think 800. 800 crore is the world population, and 800 world population will end within a second basically. That type of utility basically they have basically. But then also basically they have kept. So one of the person universe group told that basically how basically if by chance basically they are ending the world basically, just assume basically, because they are going to end the world, that is 100% sure. But that will take time. In that time basically lots of tasks will happen basically, lots of task is going to happen. So one person told that how, what would be the sequence of ending the world. One of the person basically told, if they are ending just within, assume that basically they are ending world basically within 1 second, so what would be that sequence, because it's connecting to the millisecond basically, you know. So they told that first basically they will end what basically, they told that basically they will end NASA and ISRO. That is NASA and ISRO city basically, and that is ISRO city is Bangalore city basically, and that is in front of the world basically, but not in front of the universe basically. Universe group basically know everything basically, that Bangalore is not the in front of the world basically. So they know basically that this city is the in front of the world, that this is the ISRO in India basically in front of the world basically. So one of the person told that what would be that sequence basically, they will be doing the end first. So they told that basically, one of the universe person told that that would be the communication channel basically. They would be ending the entire communication channel of the world. Internet is there basically, that is internet is just a communication channel of the particular area of the planet basically, but it can't communicate with the satellite basically. Even basically the ISRO and NASA basically groups are getting the messages na basically from to the computer, that is from local only basically. They basically can't communicate to the satellite basically. They can't, they don't have the permission only basically. They don't have the permission basically. They can't communicate. So one of the person told that they will be breaking, first is the communication channel of the world. First they will be breaking the city basically, or basically the country basically, which country is going to be the main country. If they will end that, then the entire country is going to end basically. So that first basically they are going to do that. So first of one of the person told that how basically they might be doing communication channel means what actually. The English word English dictionary, that is the Oxford dictionary, say that basically communication means you are talking to someone, you are interacting with other one person to another person, you are communicating to one of the each person, you are communicating with sound, you are communicating with your body language. That is communication basically. You can say as a definition basically. So that will be the first one of the person told that basically, which is going to end, which is going to end. That is 100% sure basically. So one of the person told that how communication sequence is going to end. So he told that communication sequence means you can say, for example, you want to send a mail to Europe. How basically you are going to send? That is through mail basically. So first, so nowadays basically the interaction channel is what? Mail basically. So they are going to end the IT system first basically. They are going to complete hijack the IT system. That's why basically the hackers are also there. So hackers are basically not of the Earth planet basically. They are connected with universe group basically. And hackers are very dangerous. They basically don't have any access to Earth planet. They are directly connected with the universe group basically. Then basically one of the person told that you just now told that they can't communicate with the universe. They can't communicate with the universe, na basically. That is also one thing basically. That is also basically there. That also basically is the different things basically. So one of the person told that the hackers basically hacks the each and everything basically and completes the end basically. So what actually, how basically they are going to end it basically world. So they are going to end what basically, do you know what? They are going to end the hackers computers, because hackers computers are connected with the whole world computers. All banks, all financial institute, all each and every things basically are connected with the hackers group basically. They can do anything basically with any of the computer basically. They can hack the World Bank also. They can hack the Switzerland Bank also basically. Why? Because they are the communication channel of whole world. So first basically Universe Group, do you know basically what they are going to do? They are going to end the hackers computer, because they have the access of whole world computer. So one of the person told the hackers computer basically, and that hackers computer are not created by Dell, Compaq, HP, HP. They are basically different computer only, different companies only basically. And that name basically nobody might not be knowing. It might not be in Google basically. You can say it might not be in Lycos. It might not be in Yahoo. It might not be in Rediff. So this is the first thing basically they are going to end. So one of the person after listening this video basically, they basically the Russian group basically, who are the mafia group basically of the hackers. They basically have major hackers basically. They started securing hackers basically. भाई hackers को इकट्ठा करो. Start doing इकट्ठा to hackers basically. And see basically the hackers basically are who basically, who are hackers, this that basically. Then one of the person told that hackers mean computer actually what basically. Computer is actually what? One of the person told that also. Whatever things are physically, that is basically into the virtual basically. That are into the virtual form. First physical things happens, then only basically virtual things happens. So first hackers this, that hacker also basically, the physical group are also basically there. So one of the person told that IBM is one computer basically, company name. And IBM, for example, I will take one example. Each and every computer company basically, or for example IBM basically might be having 50 to 60, 70, 80 crore computers in the world. They are connected with one hacker group basically. They are connected with virtual hacker group, that is a computer group, and that virtual hacker group basically are connected with the physical group basically, who are actually the real group basically of the IBM basically. So Universe Group is going to first end the virtual thing, that is the IBM hackers, and then basically the physical group, because there is no there is no human basically who can communicate from his body to universe basically. There is no basically person basically in this world basically, even basically the God also basically can't communicate with the universe basically, because they have taken each and every power basically of the communication. Previously it was there basically, previous day basically the human basically can able to communicate with the universe basically, but they have taken that permission basically. So they know basically that human basically can't communicate with the universe, so human basically can't send the data on the last day of world. What computer basically can send the data. So first they will end the, because if anybody person is basically going to die, so he will try to save him na basically. So when world is going to end basically, that time basically the world will save the world, security group basically is going to save the world na basically. They are not going to like literally basically say that basically bhai maar do humko, bhai maar do. No person basically is going to say that basically bhai kill me basically, kill me. He will basically secure himself basically. So that's why basically the secure group basically will be the IBM. Microsoft basically have how many computers? 70, 80 crore computers basically they have. But they have one hacker team basically, which is controlling each and every computer of the Microsoft. Dell computer. Dell computer basically, most Dell computer, I think computer is also there basically. Laptops are also basically there. So Dell group basically have 80 crore, assume that basically. In really basically might be also, basically we can't say anything with it because we don't have the real data. So HP, Compaq, each and every people basically have 100, 200 crore, 50 crore computer, and they are connected with one hacker group basically. One person basically can't do anything, that is 100% sure. So it's a hacker teams basically. Few people says that our police group to nahi ho log. Nahi, police group basically is not there. Police group is not there. Because police groups are also basically controlled by, they basically also have the laptops basically. They also have the computers. The cyber group basically also have the computers. The cyber group basically controls the whole computers, but they are controlled by the hackers. The name basically, which we have the name basically, that is the hacker group basically, and they have the control of whole world computer. So one of the person told that HP, Compaq, Dell, then Microsoft, then basically the Acer is there, Leono is there. So these all are the computers basically. So there might be some master computer basically, because without master computer, without master laptop computer, not a single computer will work basically. So there might be some master computer basically. Then one person told that yes basically that might be. So they also basically might be controlled by, because easy people basically are so lazy, so easy, they basically search the easiest way basically. So master and detail is the easiest way. So details are what? all world computers company name, and master is what? One computer group basically, who are connected with all the computer companies, and they are connected with the hackers also basically. So here also basically hacker is there. So universe group is going to end what? Basically hackers group, that is the hackers computer. And the in hacker basically Russian group, Ukrainian, I think, if the war is ongoing, that country, and Iraq is there, and Iran is also basically there, and one more country is there, I think. One of the person told that how you know basically, yeah, this. Then one of the person told that Wikipedia is there, basically. You read Wikipedia basically, but Wikipedia has removed all the content basically, but he actually has kept lots of content basically, because you have to display everything basically. That is the rule basically. That is the rule of communication channel group basically. You have to display. So one of the person told that these are the like that basically. So first the thing basically which is going to end basically, that is the hacker group. And in this Russian, Ukrainian, and Iran, Iraq, and one more country is there, that might be, I think, Europe is not there. Europe might be there basically, but Europe are connected with some Islamic country basically. Because before English basically the Sanskrit was created, basically, that's why. Then might be some country, fifth country basically, some, but these all countries basically are into this basically. So biggest country is some Russian country basically, who are basically the hackers group basically, and the Ukraine basically, they are also basically into the hacking side. So one of the person told that the war basically which is ongoing, all the hackers countries are only basically getting war. Russia is a hacker country, Iran is also is the, Iraq is there, then Ukraine is there. Hackers countries basically are having war basically, and hackers are connected with the whole world computers basically. So one of the person told that why basically they are fighting physically here basically, because here the thing is of the computer basically, and this connects to text box equal to 1000 cities basically, and each and every physical thing, each and every computer's virtual thing basically are connected to the physical things basically. So first the universe group is going to end, that is communication channel, and communication channels are connected with, communication channel means computer communication basically. Because you can directly basically for example 5 kilometer area basically, one person is standing and I can communicate with him basically without any communication channel. Talkie talkie is there basically, but that also basically is with the police group basically, and that is also basically getting removed because it's very dangerous. Anything basically can happen, that is going to affect the universe group only basically. So universe group only basically going to end the Rocky Talkie also basically. So one of the person told that communication you can do through physical thing only. That is the SMS is there, mobiles are there, laptops are there, computers are there, internet is nowadays there basically. So first the end is going to happen, that is of communication, and that also the hackers group basically, because hackers groups are connected with all the banks. All the banks. It's not one or two banks, all whole world bank. So one of the person told that hackers actually means what basically. One of the person told that hackers equal to क्या, मतलब hackers क्या है basically. One person told that hackers mean in simple level basically, if we say something is there in that place basically, but to reach to that place na basically, there are certain level of communication channels basically which you have to pass. In simple language, that is the hackers basically, they are basically doing basically. You have to reach to particular block basically of the computer basically. but that blocks are connected with many gates, many passwords, many roadmaps, but you can't reach to that area basically. To reach to that area basically you require the authentication, or basically you have to finish that authentication, and then basically you can reach that area basically. So that is authentication area basically, that is hacker basically, in simple language basically, in simple definition basically. And hackers basically have the authority of each and every computers basically. So one person told that, as if we will take one example basically, assume that basically there is one computer Dell, or basically assume that there is one computer HP. HP is connected with 90 crore computers. Dell is connected with 80 crore computers. Just taking as an example basically, Compaq is connected with 90 crore. So they might, each and every company basically might have created their own server also basically. Reason, each and every laptops, each and every computers basically, whether is net is there or not there basically, each and every place are basically connected with the server basically. So 90 crore computers are connected with the servers of the companies basically, whether you have internet or not internet. So that is connected. So hackers basically what they do basically, they do the reverse thing basically. That is, from server basically they reach to the each and every computer basically. Why? Because server, each and every PCs are connected with the servers. Servers are connected to the PC. That is basically called ulta thing basically, reverse thing basically. From server basically you can connect to the each and every computers. So one person told that each and every banks basically are using which computers basically, because it's very dangerous basically. That's why basically each banks are connected with what basically. One of the person told that each and every people basically are connected with banks basically, and they basically never display the computer company basically name basically. Why? Because it's very secrecy basically, because you have to catch the hackers basically, and then basically you can do anything basically. So another person told that yes, yeah, basically it's very dangerous. So first the universe group is going to end, that is the hacker group basically, because they are connected with each and every computers. And mobiles are connected by default by the, for example, Samsung mobile, for example, Nokia mobile might be 100 crore mobiles are there in this world. Each mobile are connected, 100 crore mobile are connected with set of computers basically. They are basically the server of Nokia basically. Each mobile data are basically getting stored there also basically. It's not like that basically your data is basically here only basically. They are connected with computers also basically. So the communication channel basically they are going to end first basically. In that basically the communication channels are computers, and the computers are connected with the hackers group basically. And hackers are not connected with the any of the software. They are connected basically. It's not like that basically they are not connected with the software companies. They are connected basically. It's not like that basically they are not connected. And hackers group basically gets high tight security basically. For example, one of the person told in India basically, assume that basically 100 200 hackers basically are there. So they are getting high tight security basically, very high tight security. Mostly basically might be the many in, they might be in big post also basically. Like this basically whole world basically have hackers, and they basically are, their utilities are going to end first basically. Few people says that hackers to nahi mar jayenge, but by ending hackers basically what they are going, universe group is going to get anything basically, because through body basically you can communicate with the universe basically. No, that is not possible basically. So by ending hackers or basically doing damage to the body parts, nothing is going to happen, because in this world basically you can't your body basically can't communicate with the universe basically, because they have taken the permission basically. Universe group has taken the permission that you can't communicate with the body through universe basically. So first will be the hacker group basically. Hackers, not hacker basically will, by ending hackers basically there nothing is going to happen. Hackers utility is going to end basically. And hackers utility means there the thing is basically kept. So how to reach to that place? That is hackers. So that place basically is going to end. But by ending the place also, there is no meaning basically. But it might possible that basically few basically human basically are so powerful basically, they can communicate through that roadmap also to that area basically. Up to that level powerful basically the human body have basically. So physical area also basically the universe group is going to end basically. The first will be the communication channel, and ISRO and NASA basically are in front of the world basically. So whatever things basically are in front of the world, but universe group know everything reality na basically. Universe group know that basically it's not Bangalore basically, it's some other city basically. It's not America NASA basically, some other country is there basically. So first will be communication channel, virtual communication channel basically, and then will be the physical places basically, and then basically the human bodies basically, you can say first by ending human body basically they are going to get anything basically. But it might possible that basically because each and every human bodies are connected with the chains basically, but they have already done that basically na? Each and every night basically the human bodies are ending, so that chain basically they are already breaking every night. So that thing basically they don't have to aware. That means universe group is ready basically any second basically. If they want to end, they can end world any second basically. But NASA and ISRO basically group know this basically. So periodically they basically give the earthquakes and end the world. Sorry, end the countries basically. In India basically it's a ISRO, and outside India basically it's a NASA group basically. They keeps on ending the area basically. And of earthquake, only this group basically have the authority. They only basically can give the earthquake. And they periodically give the earthquake basically. Periodically they gives the earthquake. Because universe group basically always are ready basically. They are always ready to end the world. So first will be the communication channel basically, and the communication will be the hackers group basically. So in next video basically we are going to see a little bit more about the hackers groups.